guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel at Simple Made Pretty. In this video, I'm sharing 3 Dollar Tree DIY Easter decorations. In this first DIY, we're making this plastic Easter egg garland, and I took 4 of these colorful speckled eggs found at Dollar Tree, and I used a 1/8 drill bit and drilled a hole into the top of them. They already had a hole in the bottom, so you don't need to drill the hole in the bottom. Just be very careful using your drill because these are curved and I don't want anybody's drill to slip into their fingers. So keep that in mind while you're drilling these holes. Then I took a heavy duty needle and I used Dollar Tree string, and I used my needle that's long enough to fit through these eggs to string through my eggs. And I arranged my eggs in a pattern before I strung them. So here you can see I'm starting to arrange them to see how I want the pattern and the colors to go. And then I started to just string them all through until I achieved the length of the garland that I was going for. And if you have 4 packs of these, it's a pretty long garland, and you can hang this anywhere in your home and to create some colorful Easter decorations while saving money from Dollar Tree. This next Easter DIY, I'm using Dollar Tree sock gnomes. You can find the tutorial to make these on my channel and my blog. And I'm just showing you guys really quickly the hat tutorial here. I've had several people ask for just the hat, and I actually included a free printable template on my blog. I'll link it in the description for you guys, and you can download that, and it's perfect for felt hats. And all you do is cut it out to size, and then you glue the felt together, and you want to glue the tip as close as possible, and then you can glue that hat onto your gnomes. And this hat template is it's going to fit a smaller gnome, so if you're using smaller socks. And then I also included a template to make these little bunny ears. And so again, you can get that free at my blog. And I used Dollar Tree felt to cut the bunny ears, and I glued the 2 pieces together, and then I glued the pinch the end of the ear to create like a curved ear. You might need to cut that pinch a little bit if it's sticking out too much. And then I just used my glue gun to attach the ears to the gnome hats to make these cute little bunny gnomes for Easter. And I like to change out the hats on my gnomes. So all you have to do is, if you want to change your hats out, is just don't glue the hat down. And then you can change it for the season like we did for Easter. Now this next Easter DIY, we're going to make a cute little bunny wreath that I was inspired by a wreath that I saw at TJ Maxx, and my son loved it. And even though it was $19.99, I totally could have afforded to buy it, but I decided to make it myself. I knew I can make it with supplies I had on hand. So I took a pool noodle and I cut off about 11 inches of it to make it the size I wanted, and then I took duct tape and I taped it around my pool noodle. And then I'm showing you 3 different ways here you can make this wreath. The first way is with some fur ribbon. If you were lucky enough to get this fur ribbon during the holidays, at the end of the season they had it marked down like 90% off. And then I'm also sharing here how to use it, some Dollar Tree white felt, and this comes in a big long roll, and if you get a couple of rolls you could cover up your noodle using the white felt to make this wreath. What I ended up doing, because I had an orange pool noodle, if you could get a different color, I highly suggest that. My Dollar Tree only had orange at the time, left over from Halloween. And then the third method is to use this fur table runner that I found on Amazon. It was 10 bucks for this long fur table runner. And I initially wanted to use this to make my gnomes, but then I was like, yeah, I really want to make this wreath. So I used it to make my wreath. And I had a lot fur left over too. So I cut my fur table runner like a ribbon size and wrapped it around my wreath. glued it together, and then I started tracing my ears and feet to make this bunny wreath. And again, these are actually, I created a template for you guys so you can print for free on my blog and cut them out and use my template. It's the same exact size that I used to make my wreath. So again, go to simplemadepretty.com /Instagram, or just look for the blog post linked in the description to find the free printable template. And so basically what I did was I cut that same fur table runner and I cut it to size. And the back of this table runner actually has this thin piece of white polyester, which was perfect to make the ears and the feet. And once I had the cardboard glued inside of it, the ear, I just kind of manipulated the ear a little bit so it was a little bit more flexible. It looks more like a realistic ear. And I took this pillow from the Dollar Tree. It's like a metallic blue, but you can use any fabric. You can even use felt from Dollar Tree. But the benefit of using the pillow was I had the stuffing that I could use for the bunny paws on this wreath. And I used the blue metallic fabric from the pillow to make the inside of the ears. Again, this template, I made a template for you guys, which you can print for free on Simple Made Pretty on my website. And I cut them to size for the inside of the ears and for the paws. And once you have all of your pieces cut, and for the paws, what I did was kind of the same thing with the ears. I wrapped the fur around the top, and I started gluing the fur to around the paw with my glue gun. And then once I had half of that paw glued, I took the stuffing from the pillow and I stuffed it inside of the paw. So that way I wasn't like overstuffing the paw, and I had just enough stuffing to create this realistic bunny paw. And it was so cute. I just love this idea. This was such a fun little wreath, and I'm glad I decided to make it myself rather than buy the one that was in the store. I mean, it was still a very budget-friendly craft, and it was just fun to make. And you don't have to make sure the back of your paw is like perfect, but if you wanted to, just, you know, add more material if you need to. And then again, I took that blue pillow fabric and cut it to make a blue paw print. And again, I did include these little circles in the template that you can print for free on Simple Made Pretty. And then I took a little ball of stuffing from the pillow and I wrapped it inside of a square piece of fur. And then I took a rubber band and tied the end together till I got a kind of poof bunny tail. And I do have little pieces there that I glued to make sure that end was closed entirely. And actually did trim a little bit of the end off, so it wasn't too difficult to stick on my wreath. And then I glued everything down, all of the blue accent pieces to the fur. And then I attached everything to my pool noodle wreath. And then I'm just using my glue gun, which I will link. This is one of my favorite glue guns. I'll link it into my description for you guys too. And just attach the ears as best as possible and glue it on there really well, and you have your wreath. I also wanted to share a few other projects that are very budget friendly that you can find on my blog. On my Instagram, I shared how I made this hanging with my peeps sign. And here I used some Dollar Tree Easter Bunny eggs with my printable stamped book covers available in my shop. I also made some Rae Dunn inspired Easter eggs using craft eggs that I painted and decals that are available in my shop, or you can make your own using your Cricut machine. Painted some mini rolling pins in the same colors using a similar decal, which is also available in my shop. And don't forget to check out this video on my channel with more farmhouse DIY Easter decorations. That was it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Bye.